This might seem counterintuitive, but the most attractive thing to a woman is a man who does not desperately need her. Forget the typical dating advice, the cliches from pop culture, or the painful lessons from your past. Centuries ago, a famed strategist observed the hidden dynamics within royal courts. He uncovered principles so potent, he kept them secret to protect himself. Today, I'm revealing 9 precise ways to engage with women that build irresistible attraction without games, begging, or losing your self-respect. While other men fight for scraps of attention, you'll become the prize they compete for. And this final method changes everything, but only if you've mastered the rest. Watch closely, because this could transform your understanding of connection. Project an aura of genuine abundance. A common error men make is behaving as if their attention is a rare commodity, like one woman is their only hope. This attitude silently destroys attraction, even when you're unaware. The solution is to live with a mindset that you have options. This isn't about deceit, but transforming your self-perception. Real confidence stems from feeling whole by yourself, without requiring her approval. Once you believe that, your actions naturally broadcast strength and assurance. People value what is scarce, not what is always available. A woman doesn't judge you only by what you say. She senses your state through subtle behavior. Do you seem at ease or nervous, secure or clingy? Men who appear desperate or too accessible seem weak. Men who move with calm self-possession communicate power. Her subconscious is constantly evaluating. It wonders, if he's so focused on me, why isn't anyone else interested? If no one else chooses him, what does that mean for me? These reactions are automatic, like how we assign value to objects. Something always in stock seems common, but when demand is high, its worth increases. So, how do you show abundance without being distant? First, guard your time. Don't drop important commitments for someone new. If you have a workout, a work deadline, or plans with friends, honor them. Simply propose another time. I'm committed that day, but I'm free on Wednesday. This shows your life has structure and purpose. Second, handle communication with ease. You don't need to reply to every text instantly, not as a trick, but because you're truly occupied. When you do respond, be attentive and kind, but never apologize for having a life. Constant sorry is signal insecurity, not confidence. Third, share your story gradually. Revealing your entire history too fast can create pressure, not closeness. Mystery builds interest, and trust should develop step by step. Remember, abundance isn't arrogance. A man with real options doesn't brag or fight for the spotlight. He invests in his own growth and mission. That quiet confidence, rooted in independence, is powerfully magnetic. Value her, but never worship her. There's a fine, crucial line between appreciating a woman and placing her on a pedestal. Most men confuse them, and it kills desire every single time. Valuing her means treating her as a complete human. You listen, you're considerate, you respect her time and thoughts. Idolizing her means putting her above you, acting like she's perfect, and accepting behavior you reject from others. It's the mentality of, I'll excuse anything because I like you. That is a dangerous trap. A wise thinker once noted, he who becomes a lamb will be devoured. This is profoundly true with attraction. Men who deify women remove all tension, and tension is the engine of desire. Without it, there's no challenge, no mystery, no spark. Women instinctively feel less drawn to men who idolize them because the dynamic becomes boring and predictable. Here's a real example. She's late for a date without texting. A worshiping man says, "It's totally fine, no problem." A man who values her responds, "My time matters to me. Please let me know next time if you'll be delayed." See the difference? One silently begs for acceptance. The other communicates clearly while keeping his dignity. Women notice this distinction immediately on a subconscious level. Boundaries and self-respect signal strength, confidence, and stability, qualities that are deeply attractive. Valuing her also means being honest and holding your ground. A man who never disagrees or always says yes becomes uninteresting and weak in her eyes. She desires a partner with a backbone, someone who can stand firm without drama. Compliment her beyond just her looks. Acknowledge her cleverness, her grit, or how she handled a tough situation. Saying, "I respect how you manage that," carries more weight than shallow praise like, "You're so hot." Real recognition shows you see her depth. Respect does not mean accepting disrespect. If she crosses a line, address it calmly. "I don't appreciate when that happens. Let's find a better way." If she won't adjust, you must decide how much of your energy she deserves. Women respond consistent boundaries, not endless forgiveness. In short, don't idolize but always value. Keep your standards high, protect your limits, and project steady confidence. A man who masters this becomes naturally magnetic. Master the art of intriguing presence. Many men get unpredictability wrong. They think it means being erratic or unstable, keeping others off balance with wild shifts. But there's a huge difference between magnetic unpredictability and repellent instability. Emotional instability is toxic. It causes anxiety, creates drama, and ruins attraction. It comes from overreacting, mood swings, or unexplained emotional shifts. Women sense this instability as a deep warning signal. True unpredictability, however, is captivating. It's subtle, organic, and exciting. It sparks curiosity because people can't guess your next move. Our brains are built to notice novelty and unexpected shifts. When someone is totally predictable, their patterns become familiar, and the brain files them under ordinary. Predictability leads to boredom, fading interest, and dwindling desire. By introducing natural variations in your behavior and energy, you keep the mind engaged, tension alive, and attraction strong. Biologically, unpredictability stimulates because the brain releases dopamine in response to surprise. Dopamine drives pleasure, motivation, and focus. If someone is completely predictable, the brain stops releasing this chemical, and their presence becomes background noise. When a person carries a subtly unpredictable energy, it triggers curiosity and engagement. This keeps interactions fresh without any forced effort. Being unpredictable isn't about acting, lying, or manipulating. It reflects a life that is dynamic, full, and authentic. Men with varied, purposeful lives are naturally unpredictable. They might be intensely focused on a project one day and playful or spontaneous the next. This variation feels real because it comes from genuine living, not from trying to impress. Authentic unpredictability comes from being engaged and present, not from calculated strategy. The core is balance. It keeps interactions stimulating without creating fear. It makes you interesting and engaging while still being reliable where it counts. This balance builds a sense of freshness and anticipation. People are drawn to it instinctively. Ultimately, unpredictability is a compelling form of attraction. It signals vitality, independence, and presence. It quietly communicates strength. A man with this energy lives fully, naturally engaging others with the unpredictability of his focus and actions. Being alive, varied, and present is magnetic all on its own. Put your life first, not hers. Here's an uncomfortable truth. The idea that dedicating all your focus to a woman will make her adore you is a myth. Society, films, and advice columns have pushed this for years. In reality, the opposite occurs. When a man makes a woman his entire world, he loses the very traits that create attraction. Desire is fragile, and it flourishes when a man has depth, direction, and autonomy. Women are attracted to men who live with purpose, presence, and self-possession, not to neediness. The belief that a woman wants to be the center of your universe is incorrect. Most women don't want the pressure of being responsible for your happiness. What they're instinctively drawn to is a man who already has structure, aims, and forward motion. A man who anchors his identity or happiness to a woman signals scarcity and weakness. This emotional neediness kills desire before it can grow. When a man's confidence or self-worth depends entirely on another person, it sets off unconscious alarms. Predictability, emotional neediness, and lack of independence kill tension, the key to attraction. A woman's mind perceives this as low value. Desire is rooted in biology. It responds to strength, independence, and self-sufficiency. Neediness communicates incompleteness, reducing chemistry. Men who chase a mission, a vision, or personal goals outside of romance become inherently magnetic. Purpose fuels focus, energy, and presence. It broadcasts competence and self-respect without a word. A man moving with direction radiates a vitality that's impossible to miss. Women notice this, consciously or not, because such energy is rare. Most men lack it, so it instantly grabs attention. A meaningful life doesn't need validation from others. When your life is filled with ambition, curiosity, and growth, it naturally projects value. A life revolving around external approval seems empty and draining. Scattered, dependent energy kills attraction. Focused, independent energy ignites it. True attraction isn't about giving someone everything. It emerges when you embody completeness, purpose, and authenticity. A man leading a full life projects strength, not arrogance, and invites connection. Women are naturally drawn to vitality and significance. They want to join a life that's alive, not carry the weight of someone else's emptiness. Ultimately, having priorities beyond a woman isn't a tactic. It's reality. It reflects self-respect and personal growth. It shows you're a man whose energy and purpose create attraction without manipulation. A full life doesn't chase attention. It naturally commands it. Anything less simply fades away. Cultivate unshakable emotional independence. A hugely overlooked element of real attraction is staying composed and whole, even if a woman decides to leave. Many men mistake this for coldness, arrogance, or a game. It's none of those. At its heart, it's about emotional resilience and self-reliance. True power comes from inner stability and knowing your life isn't dependent on anyone else's presence. Being able to step back calmly doesn't mean making threats, causing drama, or manipulating. It's not about ultimatums. It reflects your internal condition. Your peace, confidence, and self-worth exist independently of any relationship. When a man fears rejection, that fear subtly controls his behavior, tone, and energy. Every action can reveal neediness, often without him knowing. Women sense this intuitively. Fear and desperation are repulsive. Strength and stability are attractive. A man who can detach with grace shows boundaries, self-respect, and unbreakable confidence. He doesn't seek validation externally. His happiness isn't chained to another person. This doesn't make him cold. It means he manages his own emotions and protects his energy. He understands no single person fulfills every need. Men with this autonomy radiate reliability and steadiness, qualities that naturally draw people in. Independence is magnetic because it signals value. People are instinctively pulled toward those who are complete alone. When a man maintains his emotional balance and thrives regardless of a relationship, he becomes a source of intrigue and security. Women subconsciously notice the difference between dependence and self-sufficiency. The dependent man communicates scarcity and need. The self-sufficient man communicates abundance and strength. This contrast drives attraction on a primal level. Being emotionally unattached to outcomes doesn't mean shutting down feelings. It means caring deeply without losing your identity. It lets interactions flow without pressure or desperation. Keeping your integrity and direction is a priority, not controlling someone else. A man with calm independence exudes a security that can't be shaken. He stays grounded and unafraid of change. His energy is steady, and this consistency becomes magnetic. Women perceive it, recognizing competence and wholeness. The ability to walk away without breaking isn't a trick. It's the result of self-mastery. It reflects a man who is whole, confident, and lives by his values. In essence, attraction isn't about chasing or clinging. It comes from building a life and identity that remains strong and complete, no matter who comes or goes. A man with this energy earns respect and inspires desire. He draws people and not from need, but because his life is rich and compelling on its own. Direct your energy with intention. One of the most powerful ways to sustain attraction and influence is by managing where you put your attention and warmth. How you engage with others, through presence and care, sends a silent message about your worth and priorities. But not everyone deserves the same level of your emotional investment. Giving equal attention to everyone makes it seem ordinary, predictable, and cheap. Giving energy selectively is about balance, not games. It's a sign of self-respect and personal limits, showing that your time and affection are valuable and limited. When you direct warmth toward people who support you, respect your boundaries, and add to your life, it deepens connection. Energy given thoughtfully becomes rare and appreciated, fostering mutual engagement. On the flip side, giving warmth freely to those who disrespect you or create drama reduces your perceived value and drains you. When emotional investment is given carelessly, it becomes predictable and loses its psychological impact. People are wired to notice patterns of attention. Your selective approach communicates confidence and inner strength. This isn't about punishing others. It's about preserving your integrity and showing that care is earned. Energy spent without thought is often wasted. Energy given on purpose creates respect and genuine bonds. Also, selective energy reinforces boundaries effortlessly. It signals what's acceptable without arguments, naturally filtering your relationships. Those who value your energy move closer. Those who don't are gently distanced. This approach is emotionally intelligent, leading to healthier, more balanced interactions. Ultimately, giving energy wisely reflects stability and self-control. It shows you command your emotions, your focus, and your life. A person who lives this becomes magnetic without explanation. Their presence is felt deeply because their energy is intentional, rare, and aligned with self-respect. Establish the magnetic force of personal standards. Attraction starts with clarity about what you will and won't allow in your life. Having personal standards isn't about judging looks or surface traits. It's knowing which values, behaviors, and qualities truly matter. A man with real standards shows that his time and attention aren't trivial, which shapes how others treat him. Standards are a mirror of self-respect. They set clear boundaries defining what's acceptable. By upholding them, a man communicates strength without arrogance. Those who meet his standards show shared values. Those who don't reveal they aren't worth his investment. A man without standards projects low value and availability, making it easy to be taken for granted. Scarcity and significance vanish, and with them, attraction fades. True standards focus on character over convenience. They reveal how someone handles challenges, treats people, and respects limits. For example, do they act with kindness when it's hard? Do they keep commitments and honor your priorities? Do they add to your life or create stress? These behaviors separate those who boost your energy from those who drain it. Women, consciously or not, pick up on these signals. When a man makes it clear his attention is earned, it triggers natural desire. Upholding standards also builds confidence. When you refuse to accept what conflicts with your values, you shield yourself from disrespect and chaos. This isn't about being rigid. It's about knowing what's healthy and compatible. Consistency and boundaries draws people to you because it signals certainty. The influence of standards is subtle but powerful. They create a natural hierarchy of value, motivating others to rise to the occasion. When someone knows they must earn your attention, their effort becomes genuine and respectful. Attraction grows because effort is recognized. Ultimately, standards aren't for control. They're a way to live with integrity and align relationships with your core values. A man who has them communicates worth effortlessly. His standards are visible in his presence and choices. By upholding clear boundaries, he becomes magnetic. Confidence and integrity radiate, drawing the right people in. Embrace strategic patience in disagreements. Many men hurry to fix every argument immediately. They fear tension, seek approval, and feel a need to restore harmony right away. This urgency often comes from insecurity and emotional dependence. Men acting from this place see discomfort as a threat to be eliminated. Sadly, this can backfire, reducing respect and attraction because it shows neediness and a lack of inner fortitude. Confident men choose a different path. They understand that tension is natural and not every dispute needs a quick fix. By allowing space, they let both sides reflect and cool off. Distance brings clarity, letting emotions settle instead of exploding. Resisting the urge to chase instant resolution communicates patience, self-assurance, and emotional stability. This method often yields better results. When a man stays composed and gives space, a woman can consider her actions, recognize boundaries, and see his perspective. Over time, this builds deeper respect. She views him as steady and self-controlled, qualities that increase attraction. The relationship energy stays balanced, and the bond strengthens naturally. Choosing not to rush doesn't mean being cold. It shows commitment to your own emotional balance and a refusal to tie your worth to temporary approval. A man with calm patience becomes magnetic because his presence radiates clarity and confidence. The strongest pull comes from a man who is already complete. In essence, restraining conflict isn't weakness, it's true strength. The core of genuine attraction. Real attraction isn't just about how you treat her. It's about how you treat yourself while respecting her. Women are drawn to men who value their own life, energy, and standards. Self-respect, boundaries, and integrity create a magnetic presence because they signal strength, stability, and authenticity. A man who honors his needs, upholds his principles, and keeps his dignity communicates power silently. This isn't arrogance. It's a quiet confidence that says he is whole, grounded, and free from others' validation. That energy is rare and irresistible. Setting standard for yourself, not just for her, drives true respect and desire. Compromising your values, accepting disrespect, or seeking approval weakens attraction. Conversely, caring for yourself, maintaining limits, and living by your code naturally draws admiration. Mastery over your own mind, emotions, and actions create a commanding presence. You engage from confidence, not fear. You show freedom, abundance, and truth. Women feel this energy, and it becomes more compelling than any clever line. Ultimately, attraction grows from self-respect. A man who honors himself while treating others well becomes magnetic, scarce, and captivating. His life and presence speak louder than any words, creating a pull that can't be ignored. One final insight: this understanding is powerful. Use it to build yourself, not just to influence others. Focus on becoming a man you truly respect first. Then attraction and respect will follow naturally. If this connected with you, please like this video and subscribe to Winds of Thought. Next, we'll uncover the subtle signs a woman is losing respect and exactly how to restore it. Remember, he who masters his own mind shapes his reality. Everything else follows.